Hello, fellow YouTubers. Once again, this is actually a part two to the event horizon, and this part of the chapter is the enemy. Sun Tzu, the Art of War. He wrote the Art of War in 500 BC. His best thing he could, one of the many great things he said is know thyself, know thy enemy. In the book, once again, I'm reading. It comes from Holding Your Own. While know thy enemy is a concept that may sound logical for our purposes, it can be difficult to encompass in a security plan. For an army preparing to fight an infinite list of potential foes, intelligence gathering and subsequent planning is always an ongoing process. I'm going to read you, here's another article. It is commonly known that malnutrition causes psychosis, agitation, and aggression in human beings. Hungry people will do unthinkable things, and most likely they will be the enemy. One of the bigger things we have to really think about, if we went back to my previous video, is remember the 5 stages. If there's been a catastrophe, a disaster, collapse, it's the event itself. What kind of catastrophic event would make like America collapse, or your city, a tornado? It could be a hurricane like Irene or a Hurricane Katrina. It could be a Great Depression. Social grace. Basically that is right after an event like these tornadoes we've seen in Illinois, Indiana, and other states. Right after there's an emergency, a tornado and stuff like that, everybody helps. Red Cross, Salvation Army, people go out to the schools, and they go out there on the football field, and they have food, water, clothes, and everything they want to give people. That's social grace. Realization, and that's generally within a few days later. And that's when reality sets in, is that they're really by themselves. They're running out of food, water, they don't have any at all, they don't have a place to sleep, a vehicle, or they're in despair. Next one, desperation. That depends upon the severity of the event. Desperation, look at October 25th, 1929, when we had the Great Depression started. That's what that Black Tuesday, when 8 o'clock in the morning people went to work. Hey, everything's great at Wall Street, and by 11 o'clock they were jumping out. The desperation is what happens when our food and supplies start depleting. What do we do when they run out? I think a lot of people, we get hungry. It isn't so much myself. I'd get hungry enough, but feeding my family is the predominant thing I would have to think about. It would be an unfortunate thing, but that is what I'm preparing now. So I can set the example. So if something does happen, my family, myself, my children will never steal from somebody else, we'll have the dignity and not the beg. And the last, this is where I'm going to really key in on in this video, is reorganization. At some point, humans reorganize. We organize together as groups, and that's where we're going to be going for our topic. There are 4 usual assumptions and stuff like that we can go by. The first thing is, when we prepare for one thing that's for certain, like an event horizon, is the threat will change as time progresses. For our planning purposes, we should assume that the enemy will become more of a serious threat as time goes by during the phase of desperation. It is also a safe assumption that the capabilities of any potential foe will follow the same, as bell curve as the event horizon shown previously. Given the eventual depletion of supplies, such as batteries, ammunition, medical goods, mobility, your cars, and the strength of any potential attacker will decline over a period of time. But the 4 assumptions I want you to think about today is This is a great story from the book. The running joke was that there would be a warlords of the Walmart. They would, however, start infighting over distribution. It seemed that part of the group wanted to keep it all to themselves and their families, while others believed they should use their gold mine to organize and control the surrounding areas. It probably didn't help that when somebody pointed out that everyone in town knew it was there and probably would have the idea to go loot the place. Would they? Holding that facility, be able to harm or turn away people they had grown up with and known all their lives. This gives an entire new perspective knowing the enemy. There's four assumptions we must really take into account. The initial groups or organizations will have a small number of members. This is a school of thought amongst those who study social services about organization and leadership. We have all seen that churches, clubs, peer groups, events, even sport leagues at some time will disagree and challenge the leadership or believe their way is the better and splinter off. Non-government organizations such as churches, motorcycle clubs, street gangs, drug cartels will be the first to take action as the independent groups. Mobility. This will be the key factor in their capabilities. Do they have gas? Bicycles? Are they on foot? How is this group going to be mobile? Regardless of horses, trucks, motorcycles, or bicycles, a mobile threat is more of a potent threat. Security will be drawn or attraction, the initial draw or attraction of any group. Street gangs recruit members because of security or being safe in their neighborhood. The translation, the potential for the group, for the most aggressive to become the largest. Our purpose is to defend our location. Again, historical examples can give us some direct indication of how we should structure our defensive plan against the undefined foe. Until recently, a fixed location has always been the advantage over an attacking enemy. For thousands of years, people have built castles, forts, bases, and other fixed structures for the purpose of security. I'm going to give you a list of some advantages of a fixed position and some disadvantages. A fixed position, the big advantage of is supplies. A mobile force can only carry so much ammunition, food, and water with them. A fixed location should have more supplies, and that's really good. Cover. A fixed location, a properly configured location will have more effect cover than the area surrounding it. Fields of fire, any approach should be exposed. Facilities. Shelter, heat, operational areas, all should be superior for the castle versus the sieging force. Accuracy of projection. Fixed location. If I'm stationary, I can shoot more accurately than if I'm charging the fort. Disadvantages. Disadvantages to the attacker is point of attack. A defensive position should cover a 360 degree all the way around. It's a clock. 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Initiative. The attacker decides when to charge. The defender has to wait for the attack. That's important. More importantly, converging fire. A defender's fire is diverging. What it means is it's all around. When you're an attacking force and concentration of effort, economy of force, and concentration of effort, they can take everything they have and put it in one part of a defense position and overrun it. There's a lot of things to think about with this. What's important is how people will organize. All right. What people will do is they'll organize into groups, family, friends, desperation. A lot of people don't know what to do. That's the big thing. People won't know what to do when the emergency happens. But the big thing is staying and keeping a plan. If we stay in our yard, are we going to send out patrols? or I'm not going to say you necessarily want to send out patrols too far away from your house. I have a large family. There's 7 of us. They're all in teens, and my wife and me, of course, we're adults. But we could watching the property a little bit better. We don't get like a acre or 2 of land in the backyard and stuff like that. So we're not going to be, if we're not going to bug out and we're going to bug in, and we're not going to move out to the country, we are not going to go out to we are not going to go all the way across town looking at things with the truck or checking out where everybody is. No, what we do is we stay home. And that's the big thing. There's going to be a lot of desperation. There's going to be a lot of people. You can expect the more people that know that you have food storage, ammunitions, and stuff, the more people are going to want your things. Even though as the necessity is we help other people, and that is very important, helping other people, but we do not want, we can't give up so much of our crops that we won't have enough for our own family, our own children. People are going to want things we have. Look at Hurricane Irene last summer on the East Coast. 850,000 people evacuated their houses and homes because of the flooding. Well, the reason, and I was watching videos on this, the reason most people left their homes, not because that they were underwater, because everybody went to the stores, Walmart, all these grocery stores, and bought out all their food. Then a lot of people didn't have food. They didn't have any supplies, no more about 3 days worth. Therefore, those without any kind of food and all that, they left. What happened when they left? They all got looted. Computers, TVs, big screen TVs, printers, laptops, anything that is of value to anybody. All right, if we looked at New Orleans, Walmart itself was looted within 2 days. And the thing about Walmart, they even showed a police officer looting. She had a grocery cart in front of her. My other point I want to make really quick is, after 3 or 4 days, we got to expect the police department ain't going to help, medical services will break down, and we're not going to see fire department. It could take months and months for us to resupply. That is why I prepare as much as we can. There will be a part 3 to this, and I thank you very much, all right, for listening and watching this, and God bless. Take care.